Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Bill. We are in Dungeon Crawl Classics today for this video. We are continuing the character creation video. This will be the final video in that series. We are creating a halfling. The stats I got in front of me for the 0 level character that would have survived the funnel, or the 0 level character I created to turn into a 1st level character if the GM permitted us to start at 1st level, goes as follow. HP is 4, which I was very surprised to roll that. Strength is 15, agility is 14, stamina is 15, personality is 11, luck is 10, and his intelligence is 7. So if I was role-playing him, he'd probably make a lot of dumb choices. So let's read in on the halfling and see what background information they have on just the halfling race, and then go into the actual class. You are a little man with a big appetite and a comfortable home, which you plan to return to as soon as the one little quest is completed. And once you're home, you plan to never leave again. The taller races might enjoy hunting for gold and glory, but all you ask for is a full stew pot, a cozy home, and a pleasant interlocutors for tea time. Halflings are unambitious country dwellers who live in well-ordered peace and quiet. The imagery it's conjuring up to me, if it's not doing it for you, is it's a hobbit. So treat it like a hobbit and you're probably going to do everything to it justice. Their small stature and modest goals let them escape the notice of most major powers. They keep to themselves and make contact with others only when they are inadvertently drawn into the affairs of the taller races, as they call elves, dwarves, and humans. Halflings prefer lives of farming, gardening, beer brewing, and other simple crafts. The few that take up adventuring are usually traders or ne'er-do-wells who have somehow been thrust outside the ordered nature of their normal lives. The hit points of a halfling is a d6 for each level. They are small, but lucky. Except for mine only has a luck of 10. So with that, I rolled a 5 for my hit points. So this halfling is going to start with 9 hit points. A lot higher than what I was expecting. Weapon training. Halflings prefer to battle with a weapon in each hand. A halfling is trained in the use of club, crossbow, dagger, hand axe, javelin, short bow, short sword, sling, and staff. Halflings usually wear armor. It's much safer, you know. Alignments. Halflings value community, family, and kinship. They are usually lawful or at very extreme neutral. Chaotic and evil halflings are extremely rare. So, noting that, I would probably make this one a lawful one. Weapons I would want to get after I'd finish creating the character when I go to spend the money. Let's see, I would want a sling, because that's cheap and a good range weapon. Dagger, of course. How else are you going to cut your hunk of meat that's roasting to get your piece from the tall fellows? But for actual fighting damage, I'd probably want to use a short sword. Or a pair of axes. That would depend on cost and the amount of money I had left over from the 0 level adventure, or the amount of money the game master was giving us to create our 1st level characters. Okay. After alignment, it talks about 2-weapon fighting. Halflings are masters at 2-weapon fighting as follows. Normally, 2-weapon fighting depends on a character's agility to be effective. And it gives you the page at the table for that, which I'll go over in a future video. A halfling is always considered to have a minimum agility of 16 when fighting with 2 weapons. This means he rolls at a -1 die for his first attack and second. Based on dice chain, typically it's a d16 for his first attack and a d16 for his second. A halfling can fight with 2 equally sized one-handed weapons, such as 2 hand axes or 2 short swords. Unlike other characters, when fighting with 2 weapons, a halfling scores a critical and automatic hit on any roll of a natural 16. If a halfling has an agility score higher than 16, he instead uses the normal 2-weapon fighting rules for his agility. I can only assume that the table's more favorable to him if it's higher than 16. When fighting with 2 weapons, the halfling fumbles only when both dice come up a 1. That's pretty cool. So I'll make a note that he's a 2-weapon fighter. He's a natural 2-weapon fighter. Okay. Now, halflings get infravision. Halflings dwell in a pleasant homes carved from the sod beneath hills. As such, halflings can see in the dark up to 30 feet. With the elves and the halflings, that's the only thing I don't like about this game from playing older 3rd edition D&D. In 3rd edition D&D, a halfling and an elf had low light vision, not infravision. So they could see twice as far in dimly lit areas. Or they could see by starlight at night. And that's the only thing that just bugs me. I'd still use this as the rules, but it just bugs me. Small size. Halflings are 2 to 4 feet tall, and the stoutest among them weighs no more than 70 pounds. This small size allows them to crawl into narrow passages and through tiny holes. So I'd make a note that I'm small, which I already mentally knew. Slow. Halflings have a base movement speed of 20 feet as opposed to 30 feet for humans, which makes sense because they have really tiny legs. Stealth. Halflings are quite good at sneaking around. They receive a bonus to sneaking silently and hiding in shadows depending on their class level, as shown on table 118. This can be used in the same manner as a thief's ability. That's cool. And that fits the description of hobbits from The Lord of the Rings. Good luck charm. Halflings are notoriously lucky. A halfling gains additional bonus when expending luck as follows. First, a halfling doubles the bonus of burning luck. For every 1 point of luck expended, a halfling gains a +2 to his roll. Second, unlike other classes, a halfling recovers lost luck to a limited extent. The halfling's luck score is restored each night by a number of points equal to his level. This process cannot take his luck score past its natural maximum. The process works similar to how the thief ability is described above. Third, a halfling's luck can rub off on those around him. The halfling can expend luck to aid his allies. The ally in question must be nearby and visible to the halfling. The halfling can act out of initiative order to burn luck and apply it to the allies' rolls. The halfling loses the luck and the ally receives the benefit. The halfling's luck modifier can apply to any roll made by an ally. Attack rolls, damage rolls, saves, spell checks, thief skills, and so on. Note that good luck charm ability applies to only one halfling in the party. There is luck to have a halfling with an adventuring party, but there is not more luck to having more than one halfling. If multiple halflings accompany an adventuring party, only one of them counts as a good luck charm, and that cannot change through rearranging or separating the party. Luck is a fickle thing governed by gods and game masters, and players would do well not to attempt to manipulate the spirits of this rule. Languages. At first level, a halfling automatically knows common and the halfling racial language plus 1 additional randomly determined language. A halfling knows 1 additional language for every point of intelligence modifier as described in Appendix L. Action dice. A halfling's action dice can be used for attacks or skill checks. Okay, so I like the lucky charm effect of the halfling. Most of the games, wherever I see a halfling in it, usually there's only 1 in the party. Very rarely is there 2. And then out of that, as the game master, I'd probably just pick the one with the highest luck and say, you're the lucky charm of the party. Or have them roll against each other, which would be hilarious if the one with the lower luck score is the lucky charm of the party. That said, I wouldn't discourage the second one from spending luck on himself and recovering it, because that's part of the class. I just wouldn't let him spend it on the party, would be the downside. So my attack bonus would be a +1 for first level. My saves are +1. My sneak and hide's a +3. My action dice is a d20. I'd make a note that I roll a d8 on critical table number 3. The titles of the halfling for all alignments of halfling. At level 1 is Wanderer. At level 2 is Explorer. At level 3 is Collector. At level 4 is Accumulator. And at level 5 is Wise One. And then all that would be left after making all those notes would be to purchase the gear with whatever money was left. So I would have a lot of fun playing this halfling. Probably more fun than playing the elf or the dwarf. Now, a regular fighter I'd have a lot of fun playing, and then a wizard or spellcaster I'd have a lot of fun playing. The elf might be fun as a warrior spellcaster, but I'd have to play it to enjoy that to the point, like gain 3 or 4 levels in that class as I'm playing it to actually feel how good it is. But it is what it is. This ends the character creation videos for Dungeon Crawl Classics. After this, I want to enter some combat videos, go over the different rules in the combat chapter. I want to go into the spell casting rules, all of them, and then I also want to go into the individual spells. And I might just do a single spell per video and just go over everything about the spell and the tables. So let me know if you all enjoyed this video. Until we all game again, guys.